the ones that was chosen to be the priests for the church, for the people of God. So this wasn't no ordinary mojo off the street. This man had Bible under his belt. This man knew something about the Lord because he was a Levite. And I found interesting that I found out that only Levites could be priests. Only a Levite can be a priest. So now you have a Levite who's supposed to be a priest, a man of the cloth, and then he's in this man's house with his concubine and with a donkey and his other people that's with him, and he's being swayed back and forth by his father-in-law. Well, they get to the house and they're about to leave, and one night some men came and surrounded the house, and they began to beat on the windows. And they said, hey, that dude that just walked up in there, he fine. Where he at? The man of God said, what you talking about? Bring that brother out here. I want some. Can I talk, Frank? We grown in here. I want to know what, I want some of that. These men, listen, these men, let's just call them, these homosexuals that surrounded the house had came over there for the purpose of sodomizing, raping, and having their way with the man of God. It just shows you where people are in their respect to God. It just shows you that some people don't care how many times you tell them that you are a child of God. They're going to continue to offer you the weed. They're going to continue to offer you a drink. They're going to continue to curse and swear in front of you. They're going to pay no disregard to what you're saying. I'm here to tell you, don't take it personally. They just don't have no respect for God. They had no respect for God. They had no respect for what the man of God represented. You need to understand something. To be a preacher is just not about holding a mic and opening up the Bible. It's more to this. There's a lifestyle that is involved. So what happened? The man of God, the Levite, the priest, was in the house. The homosexuals came over and they said, we want him. The elder man says, don't take him. Take the women. Take my virgin daughter and take the concubine. Do with them whatever you please, but just don't harm the man of God. Something's wrong with that statement for me, Bishop. Something's just wrong with that. See, I don't have a problem with the homosexuals. I have a problem with the Levite and the elder man telling the homosexuals they can take an innocent girl. That's what my issue is. Because you need to understand something. This Levite is supposed to be a representative of the church. And someone, the devil, has come to the house of the Lord and said, I demand that you send out the priest. And the priest turns around and says, don't take me, take the women. You limp-wristed, weak brother. I got a problem with that, Bishop. That's why you got to be careful who you connected with, who you running around with. Because you want somebody that's going to stand up for you when you can't stand for yourself. Don't nobody want no whiny, lip-wristed punk, willing to give in, ain't got no backbone, no stamina. That brother in the bed with you, somebody busts out a window and he looks over at you and says, go find out what that is. Don't nobody want to marry nobody like that. You crazy? Two brothers downstairs breaking in the house and that brother's in the closet before you. I got a problem with the Levites. Because in my mind, as a man of God who had some integrity, he would have said, no, you can't have nobody up in this house, but me and my house will serve the Lord. And if he's for me, then he's more than the world against me. Back up off the steps, brothers. You done lost your mind coming up in here. You better hope I'm call on the Lord to strike you down. But see, understand something. This is the Levite, the priest, the man of the cloth, with no integrity, don't have no stance. And you know what they say? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. He had no ground he stood on. How you want me to follow you and you ain't got no integrity? That's why you be careful who you connected with. Be careful who you follow. I don't care how many ups, downs, turnarounds me and Bishop may go through. I ain't going nowhere. She said, we know. I'm not. Do you know? I told y'all Friday, I'm particular about who cuts my hair. Don't anybody just get on my head. You out your mind? It's smelling like weed and alcohol. You cut it out. Off my head. I'm funny like that, Bishop. There's certain churches I'm just not going. Because I don't know, I don't want to hear that. No, that ain't of God. Don't be making up scriptures for me. I'm just like that first lady. I lean over the bishop sometimes and be like, what? I'll be like, not again. Won't happen again. You have to know who you're following. You have to know who is ahead of you. And you know what? You need to be able to trust the man of God that is placed over you. I might not understand the vision all the times, but I believe in the visionary. And I know he ain't gonna steer me wrong. He ain't gonna steer me nowhere. He ain't gonna go himself. Supervisor likes going to a bishop, so coming up under bishop, and somebody is out there finna shoot up the church, and bishop says, you go out there, brother. I ain't going out there. The devil is a lie. That's not what God is about. He's a God of character and of integrity. So I have a problem with the Levite. I have a problem with the priests right now and the preachers all over the land right now that's more concerned about the rings on their fingers than the souls of the people. I have a problem with the preachers right now when they got the fur coats and the hats on and you can't even barely look up on the pulpit because they so blinky and their car is bigger and you sitting up here can't even pay your rent. I got a problem with that. That's why you got to be careful who you follow. I'm not going to call out no names, share no names, but my God, there's some preachers in the city of Milwaukee. Their car so big, the car costs so much you would think they live in Beverly Hills. And they got members out there that's getting the bus to church every day. They got ATMs in their sanctuary when you first walk into the church. Because they've gotten away from the main thing. They're not ministering to the people of God, and what they tend to do is preach prosperity messages. Got a problem with that. So what happened was, these men took her. They took the innocent. All she did was be in the wrong place at the wrong time. They took her. How many of you ever been in the wrong place at the wrong time? They took her. And when they took her, I need you to understand something. Do you know how badly you have to be sodomized and raped and abused till it takes your life? Me and my mother was talking.